Firstly, congratulations on your wonderful performances. You've managed to capture the complexity of Hannah and Garrett, their passions, emotions, but also the scars of their past. So, how did you prepare for these roles? And did you find it difficult to tap into those emotions?
Yeah, I did. I prepared like I would any other job. Garrett and Hannah as well is a really rich character with a lot of dynamics at play. Preparation happens internally, and like in my process, and then as well in collaboration with Ella and my other scene partners, and Louisa, our creator, and our writers. Like everything is informing performance kind of at all times. And tapping into some of those like deeper emotions was is enriching as an actor, but difficult to do. Like takes a toll on you too. So like in some ways it was a long summer, but it was like really fulfilling. I really was grateful to play out Garrett's story.
No, absolutely. And yeah, to what Belle said, like it is such a teamwork experience and such a collaborative like creation that we did on the show, and like even as much preparation you can do on your own, it is such an important thing to have that chemistry with other people, and it brings out other aspects to each other, which is really important. And yeah, for those emotional scenes, because we all were so close, it really allowed that space to be able to go to those harder, more emotional places, and usually ended up with just a lot of laughter, and it ended up being quite fun, even though it was sad.
Yeah.
Um, I need to ask about the music because it's one of the most important elements of the show. What do you think the soundtrack brings to the off campus, and what makes it so special?
Oh, it brings so much life and energy. I think it was so carefully created, and the music team on the show that I had the pleasure of getting to work with was so incredibly talented. And I think even just the soundtrack, every song is picked so specifically and so carefully to drive the scene forward. And it's so fun to get to watch it in post and watch the scenes play out, because obviously we're not listening to the music when we're performing, and it really elevates the scene in such a cool way. And yeah, obviously we have some original songs on the show, which was so fun. And it's definitely it's the heart of the show, I would say.
Yeah.
That and the hockey.
Yeah, Louisa, our creator, was really specific. Even like in the script, she would say like this song plays now.
Yeah.
Which is rare. So like a lot of attention was paid to it.
Yeah, so when we were listening to and reading the scripts, you could listen to the music while reading, and that was a really
Right.
cool experience.
Yeah.
Hmm. And off campus follows opposites attract romance. Why would you? Why do you think these stories are still so popular, like Dirty Dancing, which also appears in the series?
Yeah.
I mean, like Opposites Attract is it's obviously very enjoyable for audiences to watch. It's like it's more fun to watch two people that you don't think will end up together get together. And I think it works because where Garrett and Hannah are opposite, they also have a real through line of common interests, and they hold a mirror up to each other in a way that like what Hannah has that Garrett doesn't, and vice versa, is just a kind of good equation to allow them both to grow like alongside each other and as individuals. So yeah, I mean, like in their case, it works really well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Going back to the soundtrack, which songs would you put on your crushing playlist?
Oh, my crushing playlist.
Oh, funny.
I think a lot of 1975 does Crushing in Love quite well. I'd put that on there.
I would go like a lot of like R&B. I mean, my love playlist is, I mean, like the soundtrack of love for me is pretty heavily R&B.
Yeah, yeah.